It is time for our stretch. Everyone's favourite. Start at the back of your mat. Tuck that chin, roll down for me. You can maybe push the hips backwards so you get a nice stretch through the backs of the legs. Releasing forward, allowing the head to hang heavy. Just breathing here. Big inhales through the mouth. No, exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose even. As long as you're breathing. Hands come to elbows. We're going to go for little rocks side to side. Don't worry how low down you are here. As long as you're feeling a nice stretch down the backs of the legs, hamstring muscle up here. I feel a nice release kind of through the shoulders, in between the shoulder blades. Just gentle rocks side to side. Come into center. We're going to shuffle the legs out slightly wider. You might find your arms come closer to the ground. You might find you reach kind of more down onto the elbows. You can think about reaching the hands through the legs and walking them behind you if they're reaching, or just sinking into that stretch. Maybe going for very, very gentle rocks forward and backwards. Please don't fall over. Very, very gentle. So I'm not putting all the weight in my toes. I can push quite far back into my heels, and then I kind of come more central. Again, that big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Good. Walking the hands out, coming into your down dog position. Stretching down through the backs of those legs if you want to maybe pedal the feet. Absolutely can. Coming through into a plank, dropping the knees down and then really slowly lowering down, lying onto the floor, then pressing up into an arch. You can do this down on your elbows. You can shuffle the hands further away, closer in. Maybe taking ear to shoulder. Going for little circles, maybe arching more deeply. We'll tuck the chin, lift up through the hips, push back in to our puppy pose. So the bum stays lifted. We slide the chest down onto the ground. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Sinking the chest down. Good. Coming into all fours. We're just going to thread the arm under one side of the body. Sinking that shoulder down, releasing down on the side of the head maybe. You can keep this front hand here, or it can wrap around the back towards the opposite hip, pulling the elbow up towards the ceiling, deepening that twist. Changing sides, coming up onto all fours, threading the arm under. Finding that nice settled point, then if you want, you are adding what we call a bind, wrapping the arm round. Good. Coming up on to the knees. We're just going to reach fingertips in towards the knees. Very, very gently pressing the palms down towards the mat. Don't worry if they don't get flat here, if they're here. As long as you're feeling a stretch through the forearms, that is totally fine. If that's a position that feels comfortable, you can go for little bends and straightens of the elbows if you're used to this stretch. Flipping the hands over. So the backs of the hands this time are pressed onto the mat, fingertips still reaching towards the knees. Gently pulling backwards through the shoulders. You can do little kind of clenches and releases of the fingers, again, if you're used to this stretch. Good. Stepping one leg through into a lunge, sinking the back knee back. Nice deep release into this back hip flexor. You can have opposite hand down. You can come down onto the elbows. You can have the hands on the knee. Try and stay lengthened through that spine. Coming up onto the hands, we're going to bring same hand as front knee and push out. Maybe rolling onto the side of the foot. Getting a nice big stretch down through the glutes, deepening into that hip flexor stretch. Coming back to centre, popping both hands down to the ground and pushing backwards into a hamstring stretch. Try and stay lifted up through the bum here and just walk those hands forward. Good. Tucking that front knee in. Trying to get it so that your knee is on one side of the mat and your foot is on the other, and there's kind of like a straight line in between. Quite an intense stretch. It's a little bit awkward. You might find the foot is more tucked in towards you. That's okay. We're just trying to aim for this kind of 90 degrees position. And then we're going to lift up so the weight is central. So I'm not sat down onto my bum. I'm lifted up. My weight is in the hands. Then you can really sit down. Kind of move in between that little lift. Central stretch. And down. Good. Tuck that front foot in. Nice big bend to your front knee and releasing down. You can come down on the elbows, you can stay on the hands. Good. Coming up, let's change sides. So coming into, oh, my mat's got all crinkled. Kneeling on that second side. Oh my gosh, it's cold. I opened the windows because I just filmed class and I was so warm. And now I've gone cold because I've stopped. Slowed down even. You can bring it down onto the elbows if you want to. Do we think we're going to get any snow this year in 2025? I'm not holding out hope, I can't lie. Pushing that knee out. I think it might be more like a February snow like we got last year. Was it February? I think so. I'd like a snow day. Go sledging. Good. Bringing it back to central. Pushing it back into a hamstring stretch. Oh, that feels stretchy today. Ooh. Goodness me, all the driving of Christmas has really... My body has tightened up. Good. Bend that knee across into that slightly odd little pigeon pose. And then again we can lift up into the central. Try and stretch down through the glute, the front glute. And then releasing it. Having a breather. Lifting up. Having a breather. Tucking that front knee in. Releasing down onto the elbows. It's such a nice glute stretch. The little rock side to side can feel quite nice. Good. Coming up to kneeling. We're going to reach one hand down towards the ankle. So I tuck my toes here. Reaching the same hand down towards the ankle. Opposite hand can lift up into an arch. If you want to release the foot here, you can. Reaching behind you. Nice big lift up through the hips. Changing sides. So I end up just circling it round. Release through the spine at the front. Again, maybe go back to that toe tuck. And if it feels okay, you can deepen it. Pushing into that child's pose. So releasing the toes. Feet together, knees apart, releasing the arms forward, rounding through that spine. If we want to, we can lift the arms up into this kind of prayer position or release your hands onto your shoulder blades. Getting that nice stretch down through the backs of the arms, into the shoulders maybe. You can give your shoulders a little bit of a squeeze here if the muscles feel like they need a little bit of a release. Coming up to sit. And that is you all done. If you need to give the neck a little circle out, maybe give the wrists some circles. But otherwise, you're all finished, and I will see you tomorrow.